like, would it just at some
Yeah,
fucking
when we
point?
just start recording randomly, like I just started recording now.
Oh, hi. Hello,
Hey,
everyone.
wait. What's that outside?
Oh,
Oh?
oh, what's that? What's
Oh,
that?
I don't
What's that
know.
there?
This. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Oh my God,
my.
they're like doing a little like dance. Oh, what the hell?
Holy,
That's so
holy
crazy.
shit.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. No way.
Hey. Hey there,
I
little
guess that's
guy.
just there now.
Yeah, I guess so.
No way.
That's part of 2024 art fight. We get a little guy that dances.
Yeah, except that I have to make him dance, so he's not gonna dance all the time.
Well, in our heart. I mean, he's
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
doing
in our
dance right now
hearts.
by like
Yeah, he's kind of
whatever
dancing.
he's doing.
He's kind of slaying, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, he's slaying.
He's slaying with his little shield.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, we don't have any badges.
Oh shit, we don't.
Wait, we don't even know what team. Or anyway, hey everybody, it's Artfight
Hi guys.
2024.
It's
Well, I
fucking
mean, not
art
yet,
fight. Well,
but like soon.
in our hearts, it's art fight. On the art fight podcast, it's always art fight, just a
It's
different
always Artfight.
season. And right now we're off season.
Yeah, it feels like it's on
Technically.
season. I don't know. I feel the vibes. It's good
I
vibes.
feel vibes. It's good vibes this year, guys. It's a good
It's really
vibe
good
year.
vibes. It's really good vibes.
It's really good vibes.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's good for me.
Mhm. I've been seeing a lot about this is this is a really random thing to bring in the middle.
No, of course,
not
go.
like at the beginning, but I've been watching chat. I haven't really been in chat very much, but this morning I was watching chat, and I really like that the mods are taking steps to try and minimize the fact that people will go, "Give me your character for if you're in this team," or "Give me this type
Okay,
of character."
maybe.
I've seen people start to minimize that, and it's still gonna happen, obviously, but I like that there's a step there.
Maybe I'm like insane,
Oh.
but like I kind of like when people ask.
Oh.
Because hear me out. Hear me
Okay.
out. I like that they're asking for stuff that they want to draw instead of saying like, "Man, why doesn't anybody draw my characters?"
You know what? That is fair. That is actually very fair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it when people spam links, but like
that was
I
what
do.
I was saying that I don't like it, is that I don't like the spam links or like, "Hey guys, can you guys submit to my hit list if you have this type of character?"
Okay, the hit list should not.
The hit list shouldn't be a part of it.
Yeah.
Something just fell over in the back.
Oh
Whatever.
Was it the guy outside? No, he's still chilling.
No, he's still chill. I don't know what that was. Something. It's off screen. We don't have to worry about it.
It's off screen. Off screen death.
Literally.
No, I feel like the Discord has had such good vibes.
It has.
Like right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of new people.
So
like,
many
already.
new people.
There's a lot of new people.
I've noticed. And I'm like, oh, little angels in chat.
Yeah, they're actually sort of sweet. Like, it's not like evil new
No.
people. Although maybe like they're gonna come be evil later.
I guess we don't know. But I want to keep my hopes up, and I want to think they're not going to be evil. I want to think that everyone this season is going to be pure-hearted and angelic.
I think they actually might though. Like, but I feel like a lot of people are very nervous, which is very interesting to me.
Oh, I haven't seen that very much.
I
did see. I saw
many people are
some.
terrified.
I saw someone who was terrified earlier. You're right.
Yeah,
Some
right. Like I
people
feel like there are more
kinda
people
scared.
who are quote unquote terrified. There was one person who actually said they were terrified. I was like, what the guys? It's not that
Oh
deep.
no. Oh. That is so interesting. I would love to hear if anyone's terrified for this art fight. Shout out in the comments below.
Shout out in the comments if you are scared and
You're-
creepy and we
if you're
scare
wet.
you.
Maybe not
and
if you're
Only if you're creepy and wet.
if you're creepy and wet.
Both. Yeah. Like if you just, got out of a lake. Oh, that's a good
dog.
segue to teams.
Yes,
TP.
teams.
We're finally not divided this year.
We aren't.
Wait, were you Bloom? Were you Bloom or were you Wither?
I was Bloom. We were on the same.
Okay.
We were both Bloomies.
Yeah,
but
we
then,
were both Bloomies.
But then we were split apart by werewolves.
Yeah, and
and
it was so
vampires.
sad. Like
And it was-
Romeo and Juliet.
And it was very sad. It was
So sad.
forbidden love. We were of two different houses.
But now we're back together. I guess if nobody's watched, just like cover your baby ears. But Seafoam That's pretty cool. What do you think of the theme? Oh.
Oh, I died. I died
you cut
a lot.
out. You
My
died
bad.
a lot.
My bad, guys. That was how I felt. That was how I felt about it. No. I like the theme. I do. I really do like it. And I know what I'm about to say might sound like I don't like it. I do like it. I'm sad. I'm sad because I really wanted Arctic and Tropic.
I know.
And
they baited us.
I gaslit myself so much. I was like, oh, the orange and the beach. Oh,
But they were literally on the beach. They were on the beach.
They were on the beach.
They were on the beach.
And then that stupid star fell down. No, I'm kidding. It's a cute theme. It was not one that I was going to be mad about if it won. But I am just...
I feel like a lot of the themes this year didn't feel like art fight themes.
I will say, yeah, like, Seafoam and Stardust is not a theme that I would expect to see on Artfight, just because it's so...
It's so,
it's
like...
pretty?
It feels like we've stepped back, because, like, I feel like Artfight themes have always been, like, very, like, this is a big, chonky theme that's very opposite, and, you know, like, color versus monochrome, and bloom versus wither, and sugar versus spice, like, these, like, big kind of, like... chonky themes, whereas Seafoam v Stardust, I heard people going like, why are they opposites? Like,
yeah, like, I feel like they'd be friends.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
and they are friends, and maybe
they're both kind of the same, like, big unexplored thing that's kind of scary or cute.
If it was sea versus space, I feel like there's still some dichotomy there, but I think it's just something about the wording of
I feel it kind of feels like a nothing word. It feels like a Tumblr post. I'm sorry, I'm a Tumblr user.
It kind of does, and I'm not a Tumblr. Sorry, I dropped my chapstick. And I'm not a Tumblr user.
I think the assets are really cute though.
They are. I was gonna say,
like,
that's
super
why
cute.
I can't hate it because the assets are really pretty. I really
they're
love
so cute.
the Seafoam badge. I'm a sucker for that clamshell and the pearl. Like, that's so adorable. And the Stardust is really pretty.
Like, and I just love the sort of, like, it almost feels like they're like a little retro. You know?
Yeah.
Like the post-processing on them is, like, sort of, like, really cutesy. Like that.
It is really cute. I love it. I will say, while I hope that not, like, every single theme is like this, I do like, you know, it kind of feels like we're reeling it back. We're having a chill, we're having a nice 2024.
Yeah. Well, it feels like we're gonna have, like, it kind of feels like a dream v nightmare, where people are gonna, like, fondly look back at this one, you know?
Exactly.
But personally, I kind of like more of, like, the Cyber v Steam type years, where it's, like, very different aesthetics, you know?
I do like when they're very different. Because that's why I wanted Arctic v Tropic.
I know, Arctic v Tropic would be so... But I feel like one of the things about Arctic v Tropic is, like, I don't know the stats on it, but the amount of people who it's probably summer for in terms of hemispheres is probably way more than people who it's winter for. So that might...
But some people don't like summer. Some people hate summer. Most people hate summer.
But, like, I feel like it's hard to... It's hard to, like, get into it. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like, feel the vibes.
True. That is fair. When it's in summer,
it's
hard to get the winter vibe.
I would be Tropic.
I'd also be Tropic. Because I don't like winter.
But I like Seafoam because I still get to do water. I like
exactly!
Water.
That's why I picked Seafoam. Yeah. We both picked Seafoam because we both wanted Tropic from Arctic v Tropic.
Exactly.
Who else?
Kind of winning.
Shout out in the comments if you voted for Arctic v Tropic and you wanted to be Tropic and now you're Seafoam.
Or shout out if you voted for Time and Space and you still got to be Space because of Stardust.
You're right. I forgot Time and Space was an option.
It's kind of like it gets all three of those together, you know?
Right, yeah.
I feel like there's definitely some themes that I was like, why are these themes on here, though? I'm gonna be real, guys. Fossils v Crystals? Those two are the same thing, basically.
That is not one
Trinkets
that
v treasures? What are we doing here? What are these
trinkets?
Themes?
All trinkets are treasures to me.
Yeah, to most people they are.
Yeah. I didn't get that one.
I will say,
Fossils
Oh, no, you go.
versus crystals. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I just didn't get fossils versus crystals either. Like, why are they fighting?
Yeah, they're the same thing. Like, I mean,
They
they're not,
are.
but like,
They kind of are.
They're in the same vein.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, nobody's gonna say, like, cyberpunk and steampunk are the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But you find, they live in the same house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're roommates.
I feel like I was very surprised that more people are on Stardust.
Too.
I thought Seafoam was gonna be really popular.
I thought it was. The badge is like, okay, sorry, not to go back to the badge. And the Stardust badge is obviously beautiful too, but like,
yeah,
maybe I'm more appealed by like the aesthetics of watery stuff and like the pearlescent shine of like how the Seafoam team
I like
has.
that.
But obviously Stardust is beautiful.
I mean, it's like we don't really have like an edgy team this year. They're both sort of not edgy.
That's true. There's no edgy team. Which
but I guess purple is maybe edgier than blue. I don't know.
I guess the badge, if you look at it, it's...
I haven't really looked at them, too. I looked at them, like, for a little bit, but I haven't really looked at them up close. Are they posted?
Yeah, they're on the news.
Oh, yeah.
On national news. No, they're on Artfight News.
No, yeah, like, the Stardust badge is super cool, though.
It is. It's awesome.
National news. Sorry, I just clicked for me.
But I guess, like, if one team had to be the edgy team, looking between the badges, like, it could be Stardust, but that would be solely based off of the badge and, like, the pointiness of it. And I don't even know. Like, the name of it doesn't give me the vibe of, like, this is the
they both give me, like, cutesy, you know.
They do. They're cute little teams.
Cute little guys, truly.
I think whoever made... No, I'm kidding. But I was gonna say, I think whoever made the cards, the Seafoam and Stardust cards, I think they have a bias towards Stardust. They gave a little star at the end of Stardust. I hate to say it. And they did nothing for Seafoam.
Wait, where?
Look at the...
Oh, the cards. Wait.
Yeah, the cards. On the Earthquake News.
Oh, that's true.
There's a bias!
That's true.
There's a bias!
And look how cool... Oh, wait, they just put the logo. I was gonna say, look how cool the logo looks on the one on the right. No, it looks the same. It literally is the thing. That's so funny. They could have put a bubble.
They could have put a bubble. They could have put some bubbles.
Look, they even did that cool little thing. Oh no, they did it on the
yeah, they did the same
thing. Sorry, I'm blind.
I appreciate how much of a yes and you're trying to do with my.
Yeah.
Yes. They look. Yes, they hate Seafoam.
I think you know what's really fascinating is people are trying to do the thing where they like predict the winners already. They're like, guys, Seafoam has less people and so we're gonna lose. And I'm like, guys, like even just look at werewolves. Like, what are you gonna say? I saw one person saying like, oh well, you see, werewolves won because the furry artists are very fast. And I was like, no, they didn't. It's not true.
We can't say that that's like a statistic, guys.
No,
I was on werewolf. I'm not a furry.
Yeah, we're just getting assigned furries, which
Every
has happened
werewolf
to me.
is a furry. Vampires, there were furries on Vampires team, guys.
They're absolutely okay. Your teams, I mean, just if you're like a newer person listening to the podcast, your teams don't matter. They're just for fun. Like,
for fun.
They're really just like what color you want your profile, and like if you have a bunch of friends and you want to get full points for attacking them, then sometimes people do that, but mostly it's the colors.
yeah it's mostly just the color, and if you like one aesthetic maybe, then yes.
Yeah, obviously.
But obviously, like, I think when like it was steampunk and cyberpunk, I did just pick for color. I didn't pick for aesthetic.
Well, I mean, steampunk was brown. It was a bit of a hard sell.
It's a hard sell. But I mean, some people like the color brown. I like the color brown. I just like the purple.
Yeah. It was funny when everybody was like, the chat's peanut butter and jelly that year. I remember
that. It was so cute.
That was cute. That was your first year?
No.
Oh,
not even nearly. I've been here since Team T.
Wait, what? Yes. You're the same year? I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before.
I thought, oh my god, I'm such a fake Clem fan. I thought you were like a little younger than me.
No, I am a little younger than you, I think.
Wait a second. I'm pretty sure I did Team T when I was 13, and I'm older than you.
I was also 13.
Wait,
during
what?
that time. Yeah, I was 30. I was just 13.
Oh, wait. What?
My
Okay, maybe
birthday's
it's a
in
birthday
March.
thing. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's a birthday thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because my birthday's
13.
after Art Fight.
Okay.
I was like, Clem.
That explains it.
Yeah.
No, I was.
Yeah.
I turned 30. Okay.
That's so
okay.
funny. I was like, Clem, you're illegal. How did you do this?
No, I promise.
Well,
I wasn't.
maybe it's because you didn't join the Discord. Because I joined the Discord, Dream v Nightmare, I think.
I wasn't in the Discord in Team T.
Yeah.
I think I joined Team. I think I did join the Discord Team Cyberpunk, but I don't remember.
Oh, so okay. Because I think I played minigames with you in the diner. Anyway, this is not our fight.
Yeah, sorry, this isn't. Sorry, guys.
Well, okay, so I have a little like list like written down.
Oh, it's how organized.
Oh, I was gonna say, I have just bullet point. This is energy of the season, which I think we kind of covered. Like, it's like good. I think it's good this year.
I think it's good.
I will say, I'm getting there's a lot of people asking how do I submit a character.
Aww.
I love you guys. Artfight really should make a tutorial. But also,
it's not that
if you're trying to figure out how to submit a character, there's a button that says submit a character and it's on top. That's where that is. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I'm not like being like mad or anything. I just think it's really interesting because this is the most I've ever heard anybody say, how do I submit a character?
When I was first playing, I did actually have a hard time figuring out how to submit a character because when you see the submit button, I feel like you usually think, oh, that's for
I just click.
You have an attack.
I just click every button. No, what I was
They call him the
like,
every click.
Yeah, I'm the every clicker. I'm the ultimate clicker. I feel like the thing that's hard to find is who you're following.
Oh,
that one's kind of hard to find. It's in your settings, by the way, if you're looking for it.
That is interesting. I actually didn't know that.
I follow like 500 people, I realized. Too many people.
I also follow too many people.
But I'm like, oh, their style's so... I
can't get rid of anyone.
I'm like, their style's so cute. Their characters are so cute. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, you have to keep them.
I guess also like energy of the season, things, hit lists.
Oh.
Everywhere.
Hit lists are everywhere. They're mainstream.
Everywhere. They're so mainstream. They're like newbies are getting told to make a hit list on like their first day.
Which is weird! Guys,
weird.
If you're out there, don't make a hit list. No, I'm kidding. Do whatever the fuck you want, but...
Here's my take. Okay, here's my big old guy take. Yes. Is that... So a hit list, I think, is more of an undertaking than people realize. I think hit lists... So, okay, I'm a hit list hater because I don't like... Like, for me, and like probably for Clem too, because we've been around a long time, hit lists have this air of like people signing up to it who expect you to attack them and then get mad at you when you don't attack them.
Yeah.
So like that's why I don't really like hit lists as like a general thing because they used to be used for like mass attacks and stuff before we had tag search, and I say this like every time. But what I will say is like I think the scarier thing about hit lists becoming like mainstream now is that people feel it's less about like the people who are signing up to them and more about the person who made it feeling pressure to do stuff with that hit list. Because like I think doing bookmarks and stuff where it's like nobody can see your bookmarks, like you could say I bookmark like 50 characters and you draw 2 characters and no one will see it and no one even knows you bookmark their characters. I think it's a lot better for like a first year or something where like you don't really know how much art you're gonna be able to do. I don't want people like feeling pressured to do anything, I guess, is like the best way I can say it.
Seen before where people will go like, oh god, I made a hit list and I haven't been able to get to everyone. Like I've seen
common,
that. Yeah, and it's like it's very common to see. I saw it a lot last year. And it's just like, guys, it's but it's like I understand because you put a list out and people signed up for it and now you feel this obligation, and I understand why you feel the obligation, but that's why I don't like hit lists. It's like you
same. I also think that like
also just
people have been using like hit lists as a way to kind of like feel what's the word, like not like praised or anything, but like to feel like they have like belong almost, like that people like want them to draw for them or like want their art. And I feel like it's honestly like almost bringing like a little bit of like social media to Artfight, because like with bookmarks it's not like you can see how many people bookmarked your characters and like you know, you can see followers, but like followers on artfight don't really matter.
No, they really don't.
Like, they don't. They're really mostly just for you to, like, keep track of, like, people you know in your subscription tab and stuff. So but I feel like hit lists are one of those things where people are like, my hit list got so many responses, like, I want to, like, get a lot of people responding to my hit list because, like, people might attack me or, like, I might attack them. And I feel like it's just a very, like, clout-focused practice, I guess.
I agree. It's definitely... That's really interesting because I've never thought about that perspective before, but you're right. I feel like on artfight, you generally can't see people's, like...
Yeah.
Feedback, I guess. Like, again, like, yeah, you don't see people saving your characters. People don't like your characters. People can't like your art. Like, obviously, people can comment on your art, but usually it's just the person who you drew for.
It's not like your profile. Honestly, also the people with a ton of profile comments are just the people who have like one friend who puts like 100 comments on their profile. Like, it's not a good metric.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. I never thought about it, but you're right. Like, you can see the amount of submissions, and that's kind of like the way you could get likes in artfight, basically.
Yeah, like, I saw one person who was like, well, and I liked this person. I was like, oh, I wonder why they're... Because I think it's because people feel like nobody is gonna want to play with them, I guess. Like, it's a way to, like, get... Like, reassurance is the word that I was looking for, I guess. Like, it's just, like, the idea that, like, that people like you or, like, want your stuff or whatever, but it's very focused on, like, other people, and not focused on, like, what you want to do during artfight, and I don't think, like, people should worry about other people. Like, just, like, focus on, like, having fun with your art, and, like, make friends for you, and, interact with people that you like.
Yeah.
Not just, like, the zeitgeist.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. That is... I can't even add anything onto that. That's just like a...
Sorry, I'm just yapping.
It's just real. No, you're fine. Why are you this is a podcast. I
know it's a podcast. This is the Yapathon.
This is basically... It's the Yapathon. Yeah, it is.
That one was building up inside me for a long time after seeing like 5 million hit lists.
I'm glad you got to get that one out. Like,
yeah.
God, yeah. Moral of the story, fuck hit lists.
No, it's so funny because also people will then people have been going into the chats and like asking for characters a lot, like you said, and I'm like, guys, you like have a hit list. Don't go into chat and ask for characters if you have a hit list. Like, people with those characters will fill that out, like, that's the point of a hit list.
Yeah, that is so funny. Oh, it's okay. They're figuring it out if they're first years.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not first years usually.
Oh.
But they just feel, I just feel like people want, like, validation,
Yeah.
It's okay.
This is why I think we love you. And this is why I think we need to normalize just commenting on people's art, because you think it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I definitely want to do that more. I think...
I also want to do that more.
This is, like, kind of a good transition, because the next thing I want to talk about is goals. But one of my goals for the season is to not get any wrist pain, because I had wrist pain last season. From typing, not from drawing. But, like, because I was typing so much, so I'm gonna try and be more ergonomic. I
believe in you, Damie. I really think you can do it this year.
Yeah, I got this.
You got this. That's a good goal. It's a really good goal. That's funny.
I went too crazy on the Discord.
You love...
And on my comments.
And the comments. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, goals.
Yeah.
Goals.
Any?
Do more than I did last year. I usually
good goal.
Don't have a goal of how many attacks I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
And usually it is not do more than last year. I don't like to do that generally because I don't like to well, obviously some people can do that and it's fine and it works for them.
Oh, it's good for a lot of people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like I do 50 attacks, so I'm not like gonna try it.
If you're not a frequent watcher of the pod, you won't know this, but I have chronic wrist pain and I get really bad flare-ups. So I can't just generally go up forever. And but last year I didn't. No one can, but some people think they can.
Yeah.
Some people can go very high.
Some people can go very high. 6-man.
Yes, 6-man.
Who's not playing this year? Slay, good for her.
Have fun playing Final Fantasy 6-man if you're out there.
Final Fantasy Queen.
I love it. But I didn't get really. I got like I think 12 attacks last year out, and I was like, I liked what I made. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like I kept investing too much time when I think I could have spent less time on the pieces and be just as happy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say, because I feel like some people, it's like more time is obviously better. And it's not like I'm saying that I should rush myself. It's just that I feel like I'm too meticulous.
It's like knowing when to stop.
Exactly. I need to figure out, I need to make myself stop more is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a good skill to like learn how to be able to see where that like leveling off point is, where like the more as you put more time in, it's only going to get you like less and less returns, you know?
Exactly.
And like finding the point where you just kind of like it and you're like, you know, like maybe I'll like tweak a little thing here or here, but like generally I like it a lot, you know?
Yeah,
is a good self thing.
That's what I want to do this art fight, and I want to get out more attacks. I want to get out at least, I don't know, I don't have a number, but and I'm not gonna hold myself to one, but I'm thinking maybe like, I don't know, 30. I've done 30 before in a year.
Oh, that's
just
great.
Like one per day.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. So maybe I'll do that, but I'm not gonna hold myself to it. I'll do whatever the fuck I feel like.
I'm not sure. I like a lot of the pieces that I did last year. I definitely want to try and do more, like, more real posing, I think. There's some pieces that I like I did my, like, sort of abstracty type style with, which I like a lot, but I want to do more pieces where they're just, like, interactions and, like, intimate poses and just, like, trying to kind of work on anatomy and stuff, too.
That's awesome. I would love to see that. I'm so excited.
I might try and do some environments, maybe, as well.
Oh my god. I love it. I'm gonna be so fucking excited. I love seeing my friends' art.
I can't keep running away from scenes.
The best part of art fight is getting to see all my friends' art.
It's so real. And also just sitting in VC and, like, drawing.
Yes! I'm so excited.
And doing this podcast. I love doing this podcast.
I love this podcast. No, I hate this podcast. Get me out of here. I'm being forced to podcast against my will, guys. No.
I kind of want to redraw your talk sprite.
Kind of want to redraw yours.
Yours fits in with the background so much better. Mine is like white over there.
In fairness, I'm the one that colored the background.
Well, yeah, but like you're slaying, so like don't worry about it.
Oh, well, thank you. So good.
I want to paint more as well.
Ooh!
I finally found a good painting brush.
Oh my god.
I did one. Oh, wait. Let me show. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. We should talk about this. So, Clem, I don't know if you did any of these, but I've been, like, throughout the off-season, I've been doing what I call, like, pseudo-attacks, or, like, comment attacks, which is when I'll draw people's characters off-season and then just post them in the comments of the character. And I did a really cute one that I painted. Wait,
that's so cute. I'm gonna cry blood. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun because, like, okay, the hard part is like waiting for people to see them though, because normally it takes like a long time for people to see them. Which is like so sad.
It's okay. It's like a glitter bomb.
It is like a glitter. Exactly. Wait, let me see if I can show this. Sorry, it's gonna be like a little.
Okay, take your time.
Like, that's a media source. But yeah, everyone should do these, I think, because they're really fun.
This should be the new meta.
It should be meta, because like people are like, okay, sorry about that.
Hey, media source. Oh, I remember you sending this.
This is a painting I did.
It's so good. It's so good. I just gotta eat it up. I just want to eat it.
Yeah, it's like I want to paint more.
Yeah, the colors in this are so fucking good. I love it.
So yeah, if you're cool and based, do comment attacks. That's like the perfect spirit of art fight to me. It's like you get no points. You have to wait a long time for somebody to see it, and you just get to make somebody happy.
Yeah, that is the spirit of art fight. I'm so excited for art fight, guys. I miss drawing.
I'm really excited.
I miss art.
Yeah, same.
Guys, I miss drawing characters that I don't know.
Yeah. I like characters. Actually, I haven't really started looking for characters yet.
Me neither.
I have not started setting up stuff.
I'll be honest. I usually don't use bookmarks. I usually I just kind of like when the season starts, I find characters.
I like to plan out some like interesting pieces to do because it kind of takes me a while. Or because I think one of the goals last year was I was like, oh, I want to try to like plan out like more pieces to kind of see what, like get better ideas so I don't just make like shitty things, and it like worked really well. So I'm doing it again, I think.
Awesome. I'm so I can't just repeat I'm so excited for the rest of this podcast, but I feel like though. I'm so fucking excited for this year's art fight, which I'm happy about because last year I think I was kind of dreading it.
It was bad vibes.
The vibes were bad.
I don't know though. Like I think it's actually fascinating because one, like if we have time at the end, we were gonna do like react Andes to like some videos and stuff, but like there've been like a lot more like art fight videos out.
Oh yeah.
And like people keep like talking about like this whole thing where it's like, you know, art fight for the controversy, you know, art fight for the drama. I'm like, bro, I know art fight because we grew up together. Like that's my childhood best friend you're talking about.
What the fuck, man? I don't know art fight because of any controversies.
Yeah, what controversy are you talking about? Like some guy that we all knew was doing stuff like. Like low-key, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, we don't talk about drama here, but you know,
we've been new.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
you know. Anyone who ever played art fight knew. Anyone who stayed for more than 1 year and was on the Discord, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you weren't in the Discord, you wouldn't know. But like,
no. But...
I mean, and I was friends with mods, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's pretty easy to be friends with mods.
Yeah, they love.
There are a lot of new mods,
and there's a lot of new mods.
There's a lot of new mods. I have not seen many of them around. I've seen some of them around.
If there's a mod listening to this Art Fight podcast, I have a plea. I have a formal request.
Oh, a plea?
I do.
Do tell.
I never told Damie about this plea, but I have to get it off my chest. Please, for the love of God, whoever is running the Tumblr, for the love of God, don't post that there might be don't post that there's an early bird form. There's not an early bird form, please. There's no early bird form.
Oh yeah, no, because I follow the Tumblr on Tumblr, and they were like, oh, there might be an early bird form. It's not out yet, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Go on the site. You can get teams right now. I posted in the comments of that post. I think I said like, hey, here's the link to get your teams like right now. Wait, let me see if that's still up.
I don't know if it is.
That's if so it is, funny to me.
Please, Art Fight. Please, whoever's running the Tumblr. I plea. I beg.
Like, the Tumblr's been good, I will say.
Oh, no. I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm not saying it's unreliable. I just think that's a really silly, cute mistake. I'm like, please.
Yeah, it's like, maybe update that. It says, we do not have a date or time for when the early bird form will be released.
Guys,
Gamers.
No.
That's so funny. Me when I'm an early bird, and it definitely exists. I'm so glad they stopped doing a Google form.
Me
That's
too.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of characters, we talked about wanting to do this last year, and then we didn't really do it last year, but we wanted to like, I mean, okay, I don't have like the whole thing. I did want to make like a bio template, but like I wanted to talk about like what to put in character bios, because I feel like I hear people say like, okay, you know, like here are the things you need for art fight. Here are things you need for art fight, which I think we're objectively correct about because we're the best people online and we're the only art fighters ever. So, do you want to start, Clem, or do you want me to throw my 2 cents in?
With things we should put in bios?
Or just like anything for like setting up characters that you think.
I feel like, and I don't know if everyone's characters have this, is the thing, but it's always what I start with when I'm like first writing the bios, and you can tell because it's literally the first thing in the bio on my character bios. I start with, I call them like symbolism keywords, and I don't know if there's a better term for it, but that's what I call them. And it's kind of just like a word dump. It's not a coherent sentence. It's just a word dump of things that I think relate to the character that I feel like can like already spur ideas of like art. Like here, I'll pull up one of mine like right now, just a random character. Dulce, come here. So the symbolism, it's just like the tower, tarot, owls, white, cream, the colors, old libraries, dust, metamorphosis, angels/angel
Big
wings,
snaps.
feathers, religious themes, but in an ex-religious person way. And then the change of the self, the rapid expansion and forced creation into something new. And that's the symbolism keywords. And you don't even need a sentence thing. This is a character that I've had for like fleshed out for like a year. If you have a character, and then you can do this to like any character, even if you don't, you're like, I don't fucking know symbolism. You know keywords. You can come up with keywords for your character. Like I'm gonna
just make some up.
You could just make some up, yeah. Think of something
some.
cool that you'd be like, this would be sick.
I have like mine split into two on my characters because I have mine split into themes. So like for Damie, it's like identity, like relationship with science and art, learning and growth, like humanity, angelhood, stuff like that. And then I have motifs, which are like the objects. So then it's like like angels, wings, halos, like math stuff.
Yeah.
So like cause I think because Clem and I like both do pieces that we like to make pieces. They're not as much like fan art, I guess. They're a little bit more like we like making stuff that's related to the character, like that's really like meaningful to that character. And I think one of the biggest things that I struggle with in drawing characters is like if you have a bio that just has information about like the character's physicality or their like their species, their age and stuff like that, it becomes really, really hard to make meaningful pieces. And obviously if you don't have a bio either, that's like the same. So like those are characters that I just won't draw. Like I'm not able to draw something for those characters, and it doesn't have to be something like I think there are a bunch of different pathways you can take to get to a meaningful bio in terms of information you can include. But I do think that when I see people who have like symbolism or like this is their favorite flower, or like this is a flower that represents them or something like that, or even colors, it makes it a lot easier for me to kind of like build a piece off of that. But there's some other things too that I have. I don't know if Clem has anything to add before I go off on my tangent.
No, you go off.
Okay, I think there's like a lot of because the thing is like I don't really have characters that have stories. It's more like worlds. Like they live in a world, you know. And so I find it hard when like I can't really write like lore per se because they don't have stories. But like that, I don't think that really matters. Like I think that one of the ways that I think is really good to talk about characters is like if you say a lot about their personality, then you can kind of like make up symbols if you're an artist and you know about their personality. Like maybe they're like, they're like really anxious and like, but they really want to belong in groups or something, and you're like, oh well then like I could do like that one dog piece from the artist where they're like dancing the dogs, like
aww, yeah,
stuff like that. That's like if you give enough information about their personality, you can figure it out. I also like when people give information about their jobs. I like doing pieces a lot where characters are like working or something in their they're just like lives doing something. So if you're like there's one character I was looking at where their description was very short, but they were like, oh, they like riding their bike and they like live by the sea. And I was like, oh shit, like that's such a killer piece to be able to draw, like make a
riding the bike by the sea. That'd be awesome. Perfect. Yeah.
And so I think those kind of things can help. The other thing I actually wish people did, and I have started to do this, I need to go through and update my bios. I might do a little bit of that today. But like, please make wish lists. I know that sounds like kind of weird, but like I really love it when people have like specific things that they're like, it's less of like a you need to draw my character doing this, and more of a like, oh, it would be so cool if this character was doing this, because I'm like I did a small drawing event for like a different server, and there was one person who was like, oh, like this character is physically sort of weak, and like it would be really cool like if their big Pokemon could like carry them around or something. And I was like, that is such a cute piece, like I really want to draw that. And so like it makes it a lot easier for me to be able to draw something that's meaningful if I know already that the person is really going to like it, or that it has meaning to that character if you give a scenario or something,
Agree. I think I have wish lists for all, if not most of my characters. I put them in my character permissions, but I might move them to the main profile. I don't know. Because I don't know, character permissions is kind of the perfect place to slot it and not make my profile really long. But I don't know. Exactly. I'll think about it.
I love putting them I love putting my specific wish lists in the permissions.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like like my character permissions don't really vary. My global the hiccups. My global perms are where I have all my like please don't draw gore and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I put my wish list in the character permissions. I don't really care about specific characters either, so also, I agree. Like, there's not some characters I'd be cool with some things for versus another.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, not anymore. I used to have more specific characters that were like, oh, you can do some stuff with these guys, but not stuff with these guys because of in-universe stuff. But
oh yeah, fair.
I wish people would also put more about character relationships. If there are relationships, guys, please. I want to draw your characters like kissing and stuff, but like if you don't tell me like anything about how they would kiss, then like I can't draw them kissing, and that's why I don't draw interacts a lot.
I need to elaborate more on my relationships with. I have links to the toy houses which have them, but I want to do that more on the actual artfight profiles.
That's fine though, because like I think the biggest thing about a bio for me is I don't, and I feel like we talked about this a little bit, but like there's this idea that like you need to make bios very short on artfight because people don't read them. And I actually asked like in the artfight Discord, I was like, hey, so like what do you guys prefer? Do you like long bios or short bios? And pretty much everybody said long bios. There was one person who was new who said short bios, which I thought was kind of funny. But like I get it, you know, there are definitely people who, you know, don't like reading a lot.
Yeah.
But I think the idea that it kind of depends on like what artists you want to engage with your characters and how you want them to engage. Like if you're a person who only likes drawing characters because you like the design and you don't really have any stories for your characters, you just have designs, then like no bio or short bios will get, you know, probably people who are more like, oh well, I just liked how this character looked, like I just want to kind of draw some cute thing with it. But if you're interested in drawing like more meaningful pieces, or like not meaningful because that sounds kind of fucked up, like more specific, I guess, pieces to that character that are like very very meaningful to the character's backstory, then I think it's better to have long bios. But I will say, like, when I read a bio and I'm like, oh man, there's not enough information in this bio, and then they have a toy house link, I'm like, let me get on that toy house link. I like go to the I read that toy house, like, because sometimes I'll find the thing that I want in there, and then it makes me, because it's so sad when I see a character that I think is really pretty, and then I read their description. It's a great description, very interesting story, very interesting premise, and then there's not enough information for me to do anything with it. Like,
yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah.
I've met. I've met characters that are like that in my time on Artfight. I've stumbled across them, and I'm always like, please. Especially with this is a really specific issue that I had last year. I really wanted to draw a Stardew character. This was a thing that I really wanted to do last year, and I just couldn't find like any Stardew characters that had enough information to draw.
Yeah.
Like I was like, please, guys, please.
Yeah, if you even, I don't know, I think it's sort of like quality over quantity. You know, like if you have only one sentence, but it's a great sentence and it tells you a lot about that character, then like you're totally fine. But you want to make sure, I think, people can get enough out of it. Because I mean, the thing is, like, if people want to draw the character for the design, I feel like it's very odd to me for people who are like, well, I just don't read the description if it's a long description. I'm like, just if you're just gonna draw the character, just draw the character. Like, you don't need to read the description if you really don't want to. Like, just read the permissions, and
no one's
then
gonna
you're
force
fine.
you.
Like, if you draw the character just standing somewhere, it's probably like that's what most people are gonna do, even if they do read the description. Like, let's be real.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Yeah.
I do find though that, like, at least for me, a lot of the pieces, when I was looking back at some of the defenses that I got, because I wanted to print stuff out now that I'm home, I was like, wow, these are really varied. And I think the reason why they were varied is because I had the kind of descriptions that I did have, you know, because it gave people enough to work with. It wasn't just like characters kind of standing around. It was like they were all like doing something that was like relative to the character, and, you know, that kind of stuff. Which I feel very blessed for. Thank you.
Yeah.
For anyone who draws for me ever.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited.
I just want to be able to do that for everybody. I don't like drawing characters standing around.
I sometimes do. It depends.
It depends. But even like for my VTubers, like I don't like drawing like models just standing there. I'm like, bro, you gotta like get some life in you.
Fair. Sometimes I like to give them beauty shots, but it's obviously with the intention of giving them a beauty shot. I feel like, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, like, it's totally real. Yeah,
like sometimes I just like headshots because I'm like, you know what? I just want to draw your big, beautiful face.
Yeah, no, I love, yeah. And well, headshot can be so much more than just like a character standing there too. Like
that's true. That's true.
I kind of want to explore more.
Thing.
Well, I kind of want to explore more like manga compositions because I think the way that people do like headshots or even like half bodies like in manga, they're so, you know, diverse because they're like camera angles, you know, more than just like I'm only drawing a bust portrait or something. And I kind of love that.
That's so awesome. You're right. Manga compositions, they all have like just a head, but they're so fucking like dynamic. That's a really good idea.
I want to do like an up angle where you're like looking at like somebody like from their chin under.
Gosh.
It'd be goofy.
Oh my god, would be so beautiful. Actually. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Artfight, guys.
I'm excited too.
I'm so excited.
I don't know. I think it's interesting, like hearing people talk about it because I think it's better than it was last year. Like I see people like more like looking for stuff instead of like asking for stuff, which is good.
It is good. That's really good.
But I don't know, the videos that are coming out are a little.
I haven't watched any.
We want to watch one?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's watch one.
Okay, wait, which one should we watch?
I don't know. You can pick.
Also, we'll probably just pause it and talk about it like in the middle of it.
Yeah, probably.
Cause like I don't know, I feel like it's interesting to see. There's maybe. I don't want to like I don't want to like be mean to anybody. Like they're not bad. They're just it's funny watching them as like an older art fighter, because I'm like, whoa, you are younger.
Well, it's okay. I think everyone knows we're not digging on them. We're just giving our own opinion.
No. There is one really good one. The 10 art fight tips from a veteran is really good.
I haven't seen that one either. I don't watch art fight tip videos for maybe obvious reasons.
I don't either. Yeah, I already kind of know. Why are they all from like 10 days ago? This one has 10k views. Okay, wait, this is the one that I kind of wanted to talk about.
Okay.
I didn't realize it had 10k views, bro.
Crazy.
Sorry, we're gonna be React Andes for a little second.
We're React Andes.
Let me go window capture real quick. Oh, my blush window capture. Don't look at me.
I'm not looking.
Oh, no, it might not like this. Sorry, that was a really big white screen for no reason.
It was. Sorry, guys. Just wanted to test if you were.
Are you gonna
watching
be able to hear? Okay, wait. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Oh.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
All right, let me just stop.
Oh, that was really loud. Just for 1 second. I'll have to put the subtitles on.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, what are you most excited about for our fight?
Drawing.
Okay, that's my
those are your
files.
Sorry, so loud for a second. You're gonna have to edit that out.
No, I won't. Who fucking cares? What files were they? My art files. Who cares?
I didn't know what files they were.
They're my art files. Sorry, I shouldn't say who cares. I mean, it is my files. This is just like how it is being a streamer. Sorry.
Just flash your files.
You have to vamp. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. You'll be able to see my. Okay, this is from oh wait, I guess we should maybe make it a little smaller so you can still see us.
Probably.
We can put it behind us. Wait, we can put it behind the table. Wait.
They're like a guest.
They're like a guest, except that we didn't ask. Uh-oh.
We didn't.
Sorry.
It's
okay. We're only gonna say awesome things about this.
Yeah.
Here, wait. There we go.
There we go.
It's like a little movie night. Okay.
This is so cute.
Are you gonna be able to hear this? Can I like?
I don't know.
Wait, what if I stream it instead of? I got you. 1
So
second.
Funny. Okay. Technical difficulties. Welcome back to Artfight Podcast, guys.
Welcome back to Artfight Podcast. We're here. I'm not gonna cut this out.
No, I know.
Okay.
I wouldn't want this any other way.
Okay.
All right, let me just stop the room.
I was just saying that. No, I can't even see this. There's no stream for me. There's no stream that is there. You're just big.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's just you. Oh wait, here we go. Hold on.
No, it's not. You're lying.
It wasn't showing it. It wasn't showing it. Discord's being weird.
Well, it's not gonna
okay, there.
Okay.
Play it.
Wait. I have to change this.
Okay.
Oh no, I think it should be okay. Wait, let me pause the other music.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Technical difficulties.
All right, let me just stop the rumors right now.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Because let's be for real, our fight is not that difficult to get into. And I'll tell you exactly why.
Who's saying our fight's difficult to get
So many
into?
rumors going around of how difficult it is to get in and all. Like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, there's so much art I need to do. Like, no.
Oh, like
there's
in that
nothing
sense.
you need to do. Let me tell you. And if you're thinking about getting into,
I mean, I guess like are Twitter people? Do Twitter people say that?
I don't know. I'm more so confused by the sentiment of like, so they're saying it's hard because there's so much art to do, which is fair if you're daunted by the task of drawing in general and it's art fight. But then they're like, no, it's not that much work. Let me tell you what you have to do. And so is this a tip? I'm guessing this is a tip for drawing, I'm assuming?
I think it's maybe a tip for playing.
Interesting. Okay.
No, it's just like draw nothing actually.
Well, the way that
like,
it sounded, it was like
though.
it sounded like it was gonna be about tips on like drawing faster or like how to make art less daunting, just because of how they opened. I don't know.
Maybe.
I guess we'll see, but we'll
have to see.
How
it says the ultimate art fight guide.
That's why I'm confused.
You're interested in it.
Because I thought it was.
I'll tell you right now. Like and follow, and I'll make more videos like this. So
Whoa.
Artfight is a platform
Yeah,
that's very,
I
very
don't.
well
I don't know this person.
We also don't know this person. We don't know.
Together.
I don't. It's well known for controversy.
It's so well known. We're so controversial, you guys.
That's a very funny thing to say.
Classic
I guess did it go viral for that?
I think so. I think on TikTok.
Okay.
I feel like they might be from TikTok.
Oh, okay. I wasn't on TikTok, so I
also am
know.
not on TikTok. I don't know like the art fight TikTok scene.
Guys, tell us about the artfight TikTok scene. Was there a lot of
comment
controversy?
down below. Are you on artfight TikTok?
Are you on artfight TikTok?
Are people haters there?
Was there a lot of controversy? Was there?
We're boomers. We don't know.
Please.
Please. Maybe artfight sucks on TikTok. I don't know.
Maybe they hate it. Maybe they don't like it at all. Maybe it's controversial.
Yeah, maybe it's like the worst. Well, I guess it is controversial.
I guess so. From what we're hearing.
People who are signed up to the website are able to pick a team for which they want to fight for and start making art. And let me explain how it works. So when you make art in Artfight, every single art piece that you make gives you points for your team. So you're wondering, how do
That's
they
accurate. That's good information.
choose what you're gonna draw? How do you know what you're gonna draw? Well, you're gonna pick. You're gonna be able to pick. So there's these things on the site where you can basically
imagine if you weren't able to pick.
That'd be messed up.
You can also search for
okay, teaching about the random character. This is a good one. This is a good tip.
That's good. I like this.
You are able to draw them to get points for your team. But the thing is that it's culture, of course. Whoever's getting attacked has to defend themselves.
It's culture?
It's culture?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know if that's what they meant, but okay. Yes.
Like etiquette.
Attack back. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, you don't have to revenge. Okay, like, you don't have to revenge.
Oh, okay, yes. That's what they're saying. Okay, yes, that's a good thing to say.
Yeah.
That's a great thing to say.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Like, if it makes you feel bad, like, don't revenge.
Exactly.
If you don't vibe with it. I really like this character. I like these two characters right there.
I do like those characters.
Sorry.
Oh, Bluey.
Displayed. But that's just how you can
recent
find
characters. That's a good.
On the site, if you have nobody to draw with or anybody that you essentially really like who also participates in art fight, if you have friends who participate in art fight, you can also
good to just like draw random people's stuff.
No, yeah.
Too, because
that's what most people do.
This thing called friendly fire where you attack one of your teammates.
Friendly fire is good.
The only thing is
yeah, that's good.
Are like cut in half. I'm pretty sure. Now, don't feel
proud. 20%.
Yeah.
Or paper drawings or like just using a pencil. You don't even have to do that. You can do 3D art. You can do animations. You can really do anything that is related to art. or that takes a sort of, you know,
I think you can even do
artistic
cosplay.
stance. Like you can even do cosplays.
You
of
can,
people's
yes.
characters.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
there we
now
go.
you're-
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's pretty custom. You just make a character sheet for your characters and post it on your account, so people know, you know, what your characters look like, so they can draw
Yeah.
it too. It doesn't need. You don't need to have a specific number of characters or OCs. You can have one. You can have
Yes.
2. You can have a million.
I like that
Like,
actually.
it-
I like because I think
that's nice
people.
advice.
I think people like. It used to be a bigger thing a couple years ago, like maybe 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
But like there was this idea where it was like people were like, you should have like at least one furry, you should have at least one like animal, so
Yes!
that everybody can draw for you.
I
And it was
remember
like,
this.
like why?
I know. I remember that being a thing, and it was so confusing. Like, no, you don't need a fur. You don't need an animal. If they don't
Yeah, like-
don't get back to you, they don't. It's fine. They don't have to draw for you.
I think it was because it was this idea where people were like, oh, if you want, like, if somebody always revenges but they don't draw one of your characters, like, you're not gonna get free art. And it's like, why would you want art of something you just made for Artfight though? Like,
Yeah, seriously, that's weird.
you can
I
also have
would-
no characters.
You could have no characters. That's the meta.
That's
I
the
think.
meta, actually. That's how you win Artfight. 100% ratio.
That is how you win art fight.
Only points. Don't let yourself get attacked ever.
Don't let yourself lose. No,
Yeah, we need to win.
I love seeing art of my characters, but I always think the people who do that are so strong. Like they only
What, Girth?
Yeah,
It's like,
like
oh,
Girth.
I know Girth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Girth is just cracked. Girth is the strongest. We're
They're
talking
so
about
strong.
Artfight user Girthworm. You can't attack them. They don't
Yeah.
have any characters up. So don't look for them.
Just follow them and give them love for who they
I
are.
can't wait to see Girth's banner. Oh, Girth's
Oh
banner
my
this
god,
year.
yes!
Oh, their banners are so good. Anyway,
It is whatever, right? I
like
Girth's art,
by the way. Their
So far,
art's
and
really
I'm
good.
gonna
Yeah, their
have
art is
3 for
really
the entire
nice.
month, so we'll see what happens. And on my art fight, I only had 2. Like my first year, I only had 2, and like I was seeing people in like art fight discords and stuff like that, being like, "Oh, I have so many OCs to make things for, and they have like 30 freaking characters." I'm like, "How the fuck?" If you're still confused,
People with
there's a
100
page
characters
that
scare
is
me.
Pretty short on the
I
platform
agree.
that you can also read through, but again, it is not that confusing when it comes down to it. It's just that nobody really tends to take a moment to explain it. Anyway, I see a lot of people who are really worried about it and what there is and what there isn't, and I want to just make sure that people know that they can make boundaries first of all, and that
Yes.
the first
Yeah.
time you're doing art fight, nobody's gonna know you, and it's going to be very difficult for somebody to find your profile in the first place.
Okay,
I
this
mean,
is where it started going downhill a little bit.
Okay.
Like, I will say, grain of salt, and like Clem, I don't know if you can like speak to this too.
Mhm.
I joined back in 6 years ago. This is my 7th fight, and it was a smaller site back then, right? So,
Yes.
you know, the idea that now there are like millions of characters and you know, hundreds of thousands of users versus like, you know, 10,000 users, obviously people are going to be like, well, it was easier like back then. But I don't think it's hard at all to get noticed on Artfight, actually.
I don't know. I never really felt
I never
like,
thought about it
feel
that
like
way.
even I was gonna say, yeah, when I was in my first year, I never thought about it in the sense of like, oh, people aren't gonna find me or attack me. I just kind of drew. I don't
Yeah,
think
I think-
I was like 13 at the time. I wasn't in the Discord.
Yeah, same.
I didn't know people who ever I didn't know anyone on Artfight, I'm pretty sure. Except maybe I knew
Yeah.
a few people. Like I think I might have
I'm-
known Did I even know Seth at that time? My good friend Seth?
I don't know.
My
I
good homeboy Seth?
I think I did it because of Scott, which is this old person, not old person. Sorry,
Old person.
I don't think Scott listens. Biohaze, one of the first people I met online, and I think he did it, and that's why I did it. But like, I didn't really like know him. Like, I kind of just like did it because I think he was doing it. So it's like, you know, I just wanted to draw people's characters, really.
Yeah, that was kind of how I was. I'm looking in through and like, yeah, all the art I did my first year was all people
it was
I
just
did
random
not
people.
know. They were all
Yeah, I
just
didn't
random
know people.
I drew
But,
like,
like,
I
I
think I
also-
did 30 attacks my first year too. But I was
I
also
think I
like,
did, yeah. I don't remember how many I did my first year. And I think my second year was when I started doing my 100. I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
I don't do it. It's not very fun. Well, I mean, it was, but like I couldn't anymore.
I understand. I understand.
I'm too
But
peepaw.
yeah, I never thought about that in my beginning year, and I wouldn't if you're starting out. I would just think about
Yeah,
having fun
don't.
drawing.
Also, like I guess here's my, because I think they're gonna talk about it more. But like
Okay.
my thing is okay. Actually, let me see what else I have to say before I say
Yeah,
my
let's see
thing.
what they
If you have
say.
no online presence, you would be freaking lucky to even get one person to attack
That's a
you.
lie.
So if you're worried
That's just a
about
lie.
having too many attacks to do because you're such a popular person, here, I'll give you some recommendations. So on your profile, make boundaries. Make sure people know that
Okay.
there are certain things that you're able
Good
to
I like
draw
the
and certain
boundaries.
things that you're not
It's
able
good to
to
make
draw. Because me
boundaries, yeah.
personally, I'll do my best to draw a furry, but I am not a professional, and I will most likely have my art style looking a lot like somebody else's art style because I'll take reference from somebody else. So if anybody's looking for like a specific furry art style, well, you're just not gonna get it, buddy. And there's some people who can't draw furries at all or draw humans at all. So they just gotta make sure that they know that. You gotta make sure that they know that before they send you an attack. But still, I can't stress this enough. There is the actual likelihood of you ever getting an attack is so low, especially
I let them go on. I want to hear the full
and
sentence.
especially if you're just your average artist, right? There's a lot of people who go
Okay.
for popular artists to get
Okay.
good art from them.
I think
I agree with that people will go for popular artists.
yes, I agree with that as well. But
That's
also,
not
like, I
something we
also
can disagree
don't.
with.
I also don't.
Well, not
necessarily
everyone
think
goes
that.
for. I just mean in the sense of in comparison, if you're trying to compare yourself as like a first
Oh, yeah,
year
yeah.
to someone who is
He's like an
a
artist, yeah,
established artist
established.
on artfight, then yes, they're going to have in
Yes.
comparison more attacks. But I wouldn't say that you'd if you're making attacks.
Yeah.
If you're drawing in general, you will be found. Like
Community for sure, absolutely. And like, if I will say so, here's my thing. I think it is. How do I say this? I think a few years ago, a lot more people had, because it was a smaller community. There was much more of an emphasis on always revenging than there is now. Like, I think it was a very, very, very common thing. Like, I only stopped doing all revenges like a year or two ago.
Yeah, same.
Because that was just something that everybody did. Pretty much everybody was like, okay, I'll try to like match it, or if I can't, then I'll draw something for you, no matter what you give me. And I think that now, finding people who always revenge is still pretty easy, but it's definitely not like as much of the norm. Like, a lot of people just draw, like, and I think a lot more people are kind of like, oh, your style's not that good, so I'm not gonna revenge you, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, which sucks, but because I don't care about style. I just care if your characters interest me or not.
Yes, I agree.
Um,
It's just the character. It's never about the style.
Yeah. I think the thing is, if you're trying to wait for people to attack you first so that you can revenge them, that's how you get no attacks. Like,
Exactly.
if you don't play the game, nobody's gonna know you're even playing the game.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, a lot of people just like play, do a couple attacks, realize they can't really do it because they're busy or something, and then they don't play the game, even though they're still like on a team, they're still like there. So if people don't see you attacking, if people don't see you like active and like doing stuff, they're just gonna think you're not playing the game, which is not like a bad thing, but
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, they're not gonna know.
there's
How
a
would they know?
couple people who I've seen where like maybe they'll have done like 3 attacks, which in the art fight scheme of things, if you're a first year and you've done like 3 attacks, it's not uncommon, I think, to not get revenges instantly. Some people will be like, well, I didn't get a revenge the next day. And it's like, dude, like, people take time on art. Sorry, like, I don't have to tell you. But if you're a first year, I think it's more common that you might like do a couple attacks, not get any attacks. And then like, if that's the case, then low-key, like, just go to the Discord and be like, hey, I've like been playing, like, is anybody interested in my characters? Like, it'd be really nice if somebody could like be my first attack, especially if you haven't gotten any attacks. And people will generally be pretty chill and like excited to be somebody's first attack.
Yeah, no, I agree. People are usually like really sweet about that kind of stuff. The Discord is definitely a good way to reach out to the community, and
I was gonna say for sure.
talk to people.
It's kind of a cheat code. Like, if you're in the Discord, the likelihood you don't get one attack is so slim. Like, so, if you're active in the Discord, I should say.
Yeah.
It's very slim.
Yeah.
Because, like, you'll just make friends. You'll talk to people, and people will be like, you're cool. Like, your characters are cool. Especially if you say you'll revenge. Like, if you say, like, hey, I would love, like, a first attack. Like, I revenge everything. Like, people will be like, oh, please. Because they want art, too.
Like, make sure to actually revenge, guys. And also don't just interact with people because you want art. Don't.
Oh, God, yeah. Don't. I'm just saying, if you've done art and you haven't gotten any attacks. Because I think if you do art for Artfight, like, it's nice to get at least something. Like, I believe in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, especially if it's your first year playing. If it's your first year playing, like, I can't say that I will draw you something to put on Artfight, but I'll, like, draw you something to put in your comments, even if it's just, like, some tiny little thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because I try to curate my profile a little more. Okay, wait, let's see what else they have to say. Because I feel like this is a person who's maybe not in the Discord, and that's why they think of it like this.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, like, I feel like if I wasn't in the Discord, I'd be like, well, I don't know how to reach anybody, because it's a site where people just, like, message each other, basically. And that's kind of scary online now.
True.
Because they want art from their favorite artists, so that tends to be where people go to first. And if you do happen to be a popular artist and your fans are excited for your art fight, you also need to communicate that you might not be able to attack back to everybody who sends you something.
For sure.
And if you're just an average artist, you're likely not going to get any attacks, and that's a good thing because you don't have to worry about anything. The people that I see worrying the most are the people who haven't even been into art fight yet and don't really even have a following. So honestly, y'all just really shouldn't worry and just have fun and do what you like. I also see people getting confused because of the terminology.
There's a good message
and,
there,
like,
yeah.
everybody just commonly using the terminology like attack, defense, art fight, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
On like all
Hit
social
list.
media, so people get confused. They think, oh, it must be so complicated, but it's really not. And I hope this video helped you like understand a little bit about that. There's still more I want to say about it though, and there's still more intricacies to it that a lot of people don't really talk about. But if you have like one art fight, you'll get it. But before that, I just want to let everybody know that it's not competitive. Like, this is all genuinely for fun. And originally I was thinking, oh, I can't attack somebody. Like, wouldn't that be rude or something like that? When
wait,
really
what?
It's not. Like, you're genuinely just making a piece of art for somebody else, and it's one of the most coolest things that you can really
do. That's kind of a sweet thing to think, is you're like, oh no, am I being mean by attacking
Am I being mean
them?
by attacking them?
That's really cute.
That's so funny. That's like such a like a new. They're like, why is everybody talking about like being on people's hit lists or the mafia? Like,
oh yeah,
that's really cute. Though.
I love that.
It's okay, guys. You can always attack me. Just come up and like, you know, just like get me.
Yeah, you can always attack Damie.
No, you can always actually attack Clem. Don't attack me.
No, no,
get Clem.
No.
All Clem's cats.
Oh, I don't even put my cats up yet. Maybe I will.
Our piece back. I also wondered like how people would react when they lost or stuff like that. Like, what happens if our team loses? Will somebody be blamed or blah blah blah?
Oh
and,
no!
I'm
wait.
not in like those communities, those art fight communities, really deeply, but I really did not.
Okay,
see
yeah, so they're
really
probably not in
who
the
won, who lost,
Discord.
blah blah blah.
Maybe.
Like, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Unsurprisingly, another thing that people are pretty worried about and really don't understand is like the attack rating guide, and it's like how to rate your art.
That's
genuinely
true.
It is just
that is
exactly
fair.
It's a lot easier now, though.
Like, how do you see your art piece? That's how
it is a lot easier.
So
I mean, I think, like, also being in the Discord, like, they, just for anybody who, like, might be a first year or something, like, they have a rating channel that comes out. So if you're confused, you can literally, even if it's, like, you're like, wow, this is, like, so dumb, like, just ask. Like, the mods are there to, like, help you rate your pieces, and, like, most likely after you do, like, one or two, like, you're probably gonna kind of understand a little bit about, like, how to rate them. But, yeah, definitely utilize that, because I mean, there are times even for me, like, after playing, I'm like, does this count as shade, like, full shading or simple shading? Like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I agree. I always found it really helpful when it was, I never used it that much, but in my Cyberpunk year, when it was the first time I joined the Discord, I'm pretty sure I did use it for some things, because I was like, hey, does this count as eye strain? Or etc.
Yes, for filters especially for character filters. Like, also a tip, if you have a boy or a person with a flat chest and they have nips out on a picture, you do have to spoil that picture.
You do.
I see that a lot, that people don't spoil.
Yes.
Boy nips. Flat nips.
You gotta spoil all the nips.
You gotta spoil all nips. Skip
Every
those
nip.
Nips. Or just get rid of them. No nips.
Get them out.
nip haters here in our fight.
Yeah. They're equal haters of all nipples.
Yeah, we equally. It's out of love. We hate out of love.
If it's lined, you click lined. If it's lineless, you click lineless. If it's a drawing, you click drawing. If it's a painting, then you click the painting.
love that.
Like, it's not that, difficult to understand.
Okay, but sometimes, bro, animation rating is so hard.
It is.
Polish, because it's pretty ambiguous when you read it.
Yes.
But I do...
Polish every attack. I don't care. Literally. Guys, polish adds like 2 points max to your attack, and it's like 500 points. Like, just add polish.
I always do it if I feel like I'm really proud of it.
If you're like, I balled out on this piece, polish it. If you're like, yeah, I didn't really feel too good about this one, don't need to polish it. Or you could if you can. I don't care.
Or you could if you put a lot of time in it, even if you don't like how it came out or something. Like, yeah, like it says, time, effort, or pride. That's like the way to fucking go.
Yeah, it's literally just like a feel good like serotonin button.
It really is. It's not necessarily like about the points. It's also, mostly just to make you feel like, yeah, I did more.
If you like really are worried about it, try submitting a piece with polish and then canceling it and then submitting it without polish and see how little difference it makes. And then you can feel free to polish everything because it really is a very small amount of points.
Yeah,
it's not like it doubles your points or anything.
I think since I do rendering stuff and painting isn't a bonus anymore, I always click polish. Because it is technically more time that I have spent. So if you are
painting, bro.
Yeah, if you render, if you paint or
just
whatever,
polish it.
Always polish because you don't get extra points for painting. So it always counts as extra time.
I think saying frequent misuse of the polish button is discouraged is what confuses people.
Oh,
because like that's the idea where it's like if you draw like a simple shaped character in like 30 seconds and you polish it because you're trying to point farm, which is like also a way to play the game, I will say. I don't play it like that.
Yeah.
Point farming is a part of the artfight ecosystem.
It is. Doesn't mean I love it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we have to be friends, but it's still here.
Yes,
like mosquitoes.
I just have to accept it. As a part of artfight.
But it's like don't do that because if you're doing like 1,000,000 pieces, if you're doing 4,000 pieces, then obviously if you polish each one and they don't really deserve to be polished, then you're actually adding a lot of points. So that's if you're like a normal guy, like polish everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think though that animation rating is very hard as an animator.
I've never had to do it. I've never
you have
had
to put in so like essentially like every frame you draw, you have to add each character in. Oh. So you get like 5 million times the amount of points if you draw the character 5 million times. But I think some people go, because it used to be where you would click a button to say like this is animated and you would get an extra. I actually submitted to this like a while ago because I was like, I took my animated attack and I put each character out from the frame on this animated attack and it gave me like 10 times the points instead of marking it as animated because you're supposed to do that and mark it as animated. So if you draw a character 5 times, you have to put the character in 5 times and then click the animated button. Anyway, that's my rant.
Crazy. I did not know it was that painful. I think you've told me about it before, but I always forget.
It's confusing. You also don't get any extra effort. This is the same for comic artists. You don't get anything for drawing multiple backgrounds, which is really
I forgot
fucked.
About that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we'll
endless
probably talk
agony.
About points at some point.
I should make a character that's just any background. That's my character. It makes...
Wait, that's so smart. Like, the character is a scene?
Yes! And they can be any scene. And I'll just let people use that if they're a comic artist or if they're...
please. Can you do that? Like, you just... Wait, can you make them, like, a big blanket? So that, like, they're like a big blanket, like, standing in the background of the picture, but they just have, like, different images on the blanket?
I'm gonna ask Annie, our good friend,
no, just do it.
Friend. Okay,
sorry.
Never mind.
Yeah, or you could, you could ask. I think that would be funny as fuck.
It would be really funny.
But then you can't mark it as... You think it would get more points if you drew it as a character or if you put them in a scene?
I don't know, actually. But it's better than
for animation,
not getting any points for
that's so true.
The different scene swap.
Wait, that's actually kind of... Dude, metagaming.
Fine. We need someone to do this sacrifice.
I think that it tends to be, like, polish tends to be something that takes really long. and really difficult. Like
No,
if
just
somebody's making an
polish anything.
animation for days for this one character that somebody has, or for multiple characters of one specific person or multiple people, it could be, you know, polish. But again, if this is your first art fight, I do not recommend using it. I didn't use it because polish definitely seems like something that is like far out of my league, something insane.
No, wait, what?
But-
No. Their artists, this what they're doing right now is so polished. This is like 12 times polished.
Their art is beautiful.
Yeah.
No, use polish. Use polish if you're proud of it, or if you put a lot of time in, or if you put a lot of effort in, or just put polish. Put polish.
Even if it's like a sketch attack and you spent a long time on it, put polish on it. It
yes!
doesn't matter.
Because it's a polished sketch.
Yeah.
Polish isn't about if it's refined. It's just about
if it slays.
If it slays, it's just a slave
polished.
factor. Yeah, think about it like it's a slave button. And if you the yes button. And if you slayed really hard on it, or if you slaved away on it, or if you had to the house down. I don't know what effort would be.
Exactly.
You know, like obviously there's more than just those three things, but I do think like going by that, like time, effort, or pride, it's kind of like the simplest way to
usually it's pride for me.
It's always usually pride for me. Or well, I guess because I do paintings a lot, so never mind. I guess it's usually time and effort because
effort.
You don't get extra
I don't
points
paint a lot.
for rendering.
But it's not, like honestly, just if you like it, polish it.
Yeah.
But maybe this year I'll end up making something that's polished, but I don't know. Because
you should.
Polish
so crazy.
Polish everything.
And I definitely want to take more time to draw as many.
I just feel so bad because it's so little points. It sounds like they think it's like 50% boost.
Things is that do not feel pressure to draw an ugly fucking character. Like,
Whoa.
You do not like their character. You'll just
okay. They have to say it like that.
I understand what they're saying. The way they said it is so funny.
That's
so crazy, bro.
And I also want to tell you something that you should watch out for. Before you do art fight. Okay, this is the actual last thing I want to say and talk about art fight, and that's the fact that there's a lot of people who are stealing art on this platform.
What?
And it doesn't just happen here.
What?
It happens on Toy as well, which is another art
Bro, I don't know.
Oh, like stealing people's art. Not
okay,
like
wait a second.
submitting
Like,
people's stolen art.
I think the thing about art fight is like the fact you have to be logged in. Art fight's also not that big. I don't think there's a lot of art stealers. No, I've never seen a singular art fight call out about stealing art.
I've also never. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very surprised to hear this.
I mean, there are some people who are like, "Oh my gosh, I like can't put my characters up on the recent page because somebody's gonna steal my character." I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like,
Heard of that before?
I've never ever heard of it. I mean, okay, I will say one thing that I think is a thing is like. There are some people who are, well, okay, the evil way I could say it is art farmers. I don't really care that they exist. But there are some people who play art fight where they're like, I just want free art, and they don't draw anything for anybody.
Yes.
That is a legitimate thing. And like, there are some people who don't put that on their profile. Anybody who puts it on their profile where they're like, hey, I'm not an artist. Like, I'm just
putting my characters here.
I'm putting my characters up there.
You're
fine.
Out
of the goodness of your heart. Yeah,
this is never about you. We love you.
But there are definitely people who like don't disclaimer that, and so you might be drawing for people who are just trying to get like free art of their characters or something, and that is a little bit more like disingenuous, I think. But I've never heard of any like stealing stuff.
I've also never heard of any stealing stuff. That's interesting.
But maybe they got stolen from. I mean, it could
maybe
be, they should report it to a mod if they.
Or maybe they
the
know
mod team is great.
Stolen from. Yeah, mod team is great. They'll help you. That's wild though.
Sure
oh my god.
Or like report it if you see stolen art too. The reports are good on site.
Oh yes. And show them, and then go and ask people for like art trades or commissions or stuff like that. And a lot of the time, people are lying. They're lying about being an artist, and the thing is that they already stole art from somebody else, and now they're able to use the stolen art as an example
never seen
of their
this before.
art when it's really not, right? Now, I've gotten my art stolen maybe a few times in like my art trading history, but the thing is
just
I
art
don't really
trading.
care about it because like the characters that I drew, I really liked drawing them. So like, to be honest, I didn't give a fuck. But if y'all feel like you're gonna give a fuck about drawing a character and then not getting anything back.
Oh, they are talking about art farmers. They that's not really like what?
Are they? It sounded like they were talking about.
I thought they were talking about stealing art, like your art is getting lifted and then put into something. Like
That's what it sounded like. But I think
they're talking about art farmers.
They might be, because the way that they said that trade was like people not getting anything back.
Oh, okay, then yeah, art farmers are, but like, okay, that's not like that's interesting that they. I mean, I guess it's kind of like stealing art, but like not really. That's more like a scam. Like,
yeah.
Or that's
maybe
interesting.
I don't know if I'm misunderstanding, but
my advice.
Yeah, maybe.
Heed my words. There's some people on accounts who have
heeding.
little to no art or a non-consistent art style and no links to other profiles or other online social media accounts.
Okay, yeah, I think they're talking about art farmers.
That's perhaps one of the most suspicious things I'd say is like having little to no art. To me, that's definitely a red flag. And this is only when it comes.
I mean,
to
it's just like if they don't have attacks.
I just don't recommend attacking people who do not have anything on their profile, pretty much. And also, it's totally okay to have an inconsistent art style, but like when things just start falling in line, like inconsistent art style does not have links to their account.
I will say there are definitely people who have character references like that are not their style, and like I think that's totally okay.
I think what like talking about is probably the art attacks themselves is what I was imagining, like a wildly different style with.
Wait,
attacks.
But how would they be doing that? Like they're stealing people's
AI art. Yeah.
Oh well, AI art like isn't allowed, so you just report.
I know
that.
It's not allowed. That's what I was.
But the thing is, like art farming is allowed. Art farming is allowed. So
yeah. The inconsistent. I always imagined that was attacks, like the attacks they submitted. They somehow
most art farmers don't have any attacks, and they'll just have. And they'll have only their characters will all have like different artists as reference images. That's generally Well, like that's not a bad thing, you know.
It's not a bad thing to have different artists as your reference. But I guess it's like when the stars align.
Yeah, I will say like I think that if you're a person who I don't think you'd be listening to this podcast, but like if you're a person who's like maybe like you really like commissioning art and like you're on the fence, you're like, oh, I want to like do artfight, but like I don't feel like I can give anything to people because I knew there was one person who was sort of like that. They were like, oh, I don't think my stuff, like they hadn't drawn at all. And they were like, I wouldn't mind giving something back to people, but I don't think people would want it. I'm like, it's okay. Like even if you do just like a really, what you think is like shitty, like doodle or something, like it's going to be so like meaningful to people. And then you get like a little bit of like, oh, I gave them back something too, which is really nice. And that's like what artfight is about.
Agree. I feel like just do it. Just fucking do it, man. Just draw whatever the fuck you want. Be free as a bird.
Be free.
And
draw on MS Paint for all we care.
Account that was just opened like probably like very recently. That's just like it just lines up to being either art stealer or just spam. But yeah, this is my total like art fight guide to people who are worried about art fight and stuff like that. Addressing all the rumors too. Like it's really just not that deep when it comes to art fight. I just say have fun, do what you want, like just do what you will.
That's true. That's based.
I love it,
guys. See y'all later.
Honestly,
that was good.
I like this guide more than I thought I would when we were talking about it. Because not that you had watched it, just that we are always a little worried when we see art fight guides. Because
I am always worried when I see art fight guides because I'm like, well, I think the problem, or not the problem, there's no problem with people talking about art fight, but it's definitely I always tend to have better experiences talking with people who are older, in terms of art fight years.
I agree.
Because I think people who have stayed around this long have kind of figured out that the reason you stay around this long and how you enjoy art fight and really get to be a part of the community is by like playing for yourself and drawing for yourself and improving your art and not thinking about like what you're gonna get out of art fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm excited though.
I'm so excited.
Makes me excited.
This was a nice guide.
Yeah.
I agree with most of the things.
Well, we started by saying like if there was anybody worried in our comments, like what would you say to people who are worried? Be a nice ending.
We love you. We love you. Don't be scared. We love you. It's okay. We're here for you.
I would say
sometimes it's scary, and that's okay. Sometimes it's vulnerable to draw.
It is going to be scary. Be seen. I was scared.
But that's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah.
and everyone's gonna love you. And if they don't love you, report them to a
you.
moderator.
Fuck
We'll
those
love
guys.
you. Yeah, hate them. We hate them. We're not their biggest fan.
No, we're your biggest fan.
We're your biggest fan.
I think what I would say is, like, Artfight is one of the, like, few places online where I think people are really vulnerable and really like open and very genuine about art and about like meeting people. And I think there's a lot of like wanting different things out of the fight, having goals, and it tends to, be a little all over the place. Like, none of us really know what's gonna happen, like, for certain last year, like, was kind of all over the place. But, like, some of us who've been around a lot can kind of tell, like, in the community, like, when something is gonna go down or not. But, yeah, it's just, like, you can't predict exactly what's gonna happen, and nobody's really prepared. Like, we're not prepared. We're never even prepared for these episodes. Like,
no.
So,
I haven't made a single reference sheet.
Oh, bro, I have to, like, update. I don't even have my actual VTuber model on Damie's profile yet.
Dude, I don't even have a good reference for my VTuber.
Oh my gosh, wait, are you putting Odd up?
I was asked to, so I probably will.
Oh my god, slay, so I can draw memes of them.
Oh, yay!
That's the best guys, draw memes for Artfight. Actually, that's my advice. Don't do anything else, just draw memes for Artfight.
That's the meta.
That is the meta.
Draw memes for Artfight. We love you.
We love you. Alright, well, that's it for us. Tune in next time when it'll be Artfight, I guess.
Oh god.
Or
yeah. Maybe we'll have an episode before then. Maybe we'll do art.
If we want to.
We can do prepare art.
Yeah, we could do some art.
Yeah.
Or like just hang out.
Or just hang out.
We have some fun stuff planned though.
We do. We do have
some little fun things planned.
You're gonna giggle. Yeah. You're gonna guffaw even.
Hey, we got Wormston in the background spinning around back there. So, it's gonna be a good season.
We know. He's gonna be there forever, I think, maybe.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep spinning.
I like it. I like his vibe.
Yeah, I do too.
Shout out in the comments if you're gonna buy him.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
I don't like his vibe. I'm sorry.
I'm not, but if you buy him, can you please throw him into a ceiling fan and record it? I want to watch.
Yeah, can you can you give him a hug?
Can you give him a hug? Yes, I don't want him to just be like tormented. I just think it would be funny.
That's fucked up, Clem.
Hey, sometimes no, it's like Impractical Jokers. It's like
except he throws you into a ceiling fan. Would you like to be thrown into a ceiling fan?
Well, I would like to see if someone threw me into the ceiling fan. I wouldn't care as long as they recorded it so that I could see how funny it looked. So
yeah, it would look probably pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, comment down below if you want us to throw you into a ceiling fan.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I would never.
I can't get there.
You can't get there.
Okay, we'll be back. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.